Hi everyone, welcome to another Simbi business case of the week, where this week we're highlighting the value of Miro. I'll be walking through a Miro business case built on Simbi and how a rep would bring their value proposition to life with a prospect. In this role, I'm playing the role of a Miro rep, where I'd on an initial call with a prospect and generate a business case from one of my templates to begin to communicate Miro's value drivers. Miro's platform enables visual collaboration, providing the visual workspace for innovation where teams can gather everything in one place. And this is especially important when we consider the pain points of many organizations will face with remote and hybrid collaboration difficulties. I've summarized some of that here, but I might want to be a little bit more specific with some of my customers' challenges in this section here. Now we start out by showing the time saving which a typical Miro customer might see, and this comes from the assumption that 40% of my staff time is impacted by Miro. And I can actually adjust that assumption in the variable section here, where we have a set of the assumptions that we've made for this business case, and we can actually modify these live on call with a prospect. And so maybe if I want to make this a little bit more conservative and maybe increase the hourly salary, what you'll then see is that the chart has changed to reflect what I've done in that variable section. With Simbi's CRM integration, the data is actually pulled in automatically from your transcripts and teal notes by our AI agents. We also see savings in the reduction in the amount of unnecessary work-related travel enabled by Miro's platform and the ability for teams to work remotely. Once again, there are some assumptions here that we can always make more conservative. So for example, the employees who require paid travel at current, it's at 25%, but maybe we want to make this a little bit more conservative and take that down to 19%. What you'll then see is the chart has changed to reflect that, and we've got a little bit more of a conservative value bar at the top, showing the headline reduction. Finally, we're showing a reduction in the employee churn, where just a 10% reduction in the churn rate can lead to massive savings when applied across all employees, as you can see here. And so we're taking the number of employees and applying a new churn rate, but we can actually look at both scenarios here. When we get into the total cost of ownership, we see three different elements: a license cost linked to the number of users. And so actually, if that number of users was to change, you'll then see that the pricing will change to reflect that. You also have a recurring yearly fee for support and admin, and also a couple of one-off year one costs, which will only apply to year one of the business case. We then get into the ROI, and what we're seeing is a really compelling story, including the total revenue impact from all of our outcomes, but also the TCO specific to my prospect. I can then jump back up into the exec summary, and you'll see that a lot of this is automatically generated, but I can actually generate the text elements with AI, and this will actually take content from within the business case to be super personalized. So in how Miro will address key challenges, we're taking those customer challenges, which we've already filled in. Now, before sharing this with my prospect, I might also want to brand it for them. So what I can do is go into the branding section. All I have to do is enter my prospect's URL, and the branding can automatically be applied to the whole business case. I can then share it with my prospect by email, invite them as a customer either directly to their inbox or creating a hyperlink, and collaborate and work directly with my prospect on the business case in Simbi. I want to emphasize that all the information about Miro, including value drivers and pricing, comes from publicly available sources. And what we've explored today is a value hypothesis showing what the Miro business case might look like on Simbi. Thank you for watching.